Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today is the time of the month again. So it's January favorites, and please don't mind my lips. I'm trying out a new lipstick and I'm just not very confident with lips, you know, all the outlining and things. I did overdraw a little bit and it was like but oh well. Okay, so please don't mind my lips, and let's just get into my January favorites. So I feel like it's kind of like the best um, whenever you do like a top 5, because I don't know about you guys, but I mean, we're using a lot of products, and if it's able to make into the top 5, it really meant something to you. It's like it made an impact. So you know, it's definitely good, and it's definitely like, oh, you know, this has to be my top 5, so this has to be really good. So yeah, so I thought that, you know, I should just go ahead, get it done with. Okay, so let's just jump right in. First one is this one from, I think I've mentioned this before, but recently I have been digging it again. It's the Snow Beauty Powder. So you are not able to get this particular color anymore, because they release it every year, and yearly release is different from the previous year. So the one that they had right now is the light blue packaging, which I much prefer to as compared to this one, because it's more like a gun metal kind of color, which I mean, it's beautiful, but it's more masculine, which I'm like, nah, you know. But the powder is really good, because this powder just makes my foundation look really soft, and I mean, it looks very natural. It doesn't kind of make my eyes, like the concealer around here makes really look, it doesn't make it look cakey, because sometimes if I put on quite a bit of concealer and I said with any other powder, it will look a little bit cakey. This one does not. You just set them nice, and then that's it. They wouldn't cake them up, they wouldn't look cakey. Really good, and it just pretty much does what it does. It just sets your makeup, doesn't make it look cakey, and that's it, and you just look beautiful. But the downside of this powder is that it does give you a white cast. Like if you were to apply it all over your face, it does make your foundation look a tad whiter. So you have to be careful when using this one, not to put on too much to kind of pack it on. I don't think it has any type of flashback, but I do feel that when you look in the mirror or you look at me in person, you definitely feel that, you know, I'm using kind of a lighter foundation, and I think that is because of this powder. And I usually find that happening to me whenever I'm using this powder. However, I feel like if you don't pack it on too much, just lightly dust it over, it just whiten. And this is like a powder that's supposed to whiten your complexion anyway, so it's like a whitening powder. That's why it's called the Snow Beauty Powder. So it does kind of whiten your complexion, and I feel like it in a sense smells really nice as well. So this is marketed to be able to use at night and in the morning, so it's good. It's like a skincare powder, that kind of thing. So I feel really good when I apply this one, and it just makes my whole skin looks nice and beautiful. And I don't think that it has any special kind of ability to kind of control oil, but when I'm using this, I don't feel extra oily or anything like that, which is always a plus. So yeah, let's move on to the second one. Okay, product number 2 is the YSL Touche Eclair, I think. I'm using the color 2.5. So this is like the clickable pen type, and everybody is saying that, you know, this concealer is not potent enough, it doesn't conceal dark circles, and yada yada. And what drew me into getting this was because when I had a makeover at YSL, they put at areas where it's kind of like dark and dull, and it just instantly light them up. And I didn't like this product like at all until recently. I used this just as my base, so a little bit of this around my under eyes, around this area, and then around my like lips, this kind of area, and then around here, and then around my T-zone. This instantly gives me life. Like if you guys are looking for the no makeup look and you only have one product to use on your face, this is the one to go. It lightens up, it brightens every single part of your face, and makes you look like you have a lot of sleep. You look so put together, you look like you are like a natural beauty by yourself. Like you just need this one and it is done, you know, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like you have to embrace all the imperfection because it doesn't really cover all your dark circles and all that, but some kind makes it look really natural and really beautiful. That's what I experienced with this one. So after I found out about that, I was like, I love my makeup, because there's a period of time where I feel like no matter what makeup I use, what thing I'm using, or anything I put on my face, it looks ugly, you know. And then I was like thinking I should just use what is less, you know, like less is more. So I used this one and I'm like, so beautiful. And I set it with this Snow beauty powder and it was like the bombs. So I have to give them a shout out. So these two products are my top favorites. And then moving on is this product. This is the Giorgio Armani Lip Magnet in 506. I love the formula. It's very nice. It feels like your lips doesn't have anything. It gives the perfect flush because this color is more of like a red bean kind of color, like red bean paste kind of color, and it is darker than it is on the tube when you apply it, because all liquid lipsticks does kind of dry down to a more deeper color. It's so beautiful and I really love it. But it's not very long lasting. It doesn't last throughout a meal or whatsoever. But if you don't eat, you just drink and have a little of like small snacks and all that, this one will stay there. And I really like it because the applicator is so defined. You guys can literally use this and not use a lip brush when applying it. So I think it's really good if you want to do a red lip and you always feel like I need to use a lip brush and then use lip liner and clean up. You can try this one in red, and I think it will make your life so much easier when you use this applicator. And I also like the formula is so lightweight. It feels really good. And seriously, this lipstick color makes you look so put together, so natural, so beautiful. With anything, like any clothes, any color clothing you wear, this one you look good, you can go. And then I'm like so impressed with it, because initially when I got it I feel like the color is too dark, but slowly it grows on me, you know. For this past month I just really like it, and every time I head out of the house, this is a lipstick that I bring with me, this is the lipstick I use. And I'm not using it today just because I feel like I need to take a break from it, and I'm trying a new lipstick anyway, and I probably will just stick to this one right now. Okay, so the balm, lightweight, doesn't feel like anything, it doesn't feel drying, it just looks really nice on your lips. Beautiful, nothing to say about it. But of course it's a little bit more expensive, however I think it's really worth the money. Number 4, yes, number 4, I have to talk about this one. Okay, so first thing, okay, to say that I actually depotted this one. What is inside it is actually the Mamonde Rose Toner. I depotted this because that one was like a poured out bottle and I don't like it at all. I changed to this one because this one has a pump, so I can pump it easily onto my cotton pads without having to, you know, tilt the bottle around. So I just do this and I can use it. So I did stop using toner for quite a while, for the past, like, in November, December, October. I don't see a need to use toner because I think you can substitute toner with essence, and essence is like a product that has all the good stuff in it, and I thought that, you know, using that alone will be enough. Not alone, I say using that in place of toner will be enough, but I feel that my skin just looks a little bit wrong and it doesn't look as good. So I was thinking, why? And then I just didn't want to use my toner back, and then I was like, it make a difference. I think it just makes my makeup apply much more easier. Like, it just looks better. I mean, if you don't use it, you notice a difference. And I can't quite explain it because there's something you see and you experience and you just feel not right. It's just like feelings, you know. And after I got back to using it, and then together, that means after I cleanse, I tone, and I put my essence, serum, and moisturizer. And then I feel like my face just instantly looks much better. My pores are definitely much more minimized. Okay, moving up to my 5th favorite of the month. It is a blush. I wanted to include another blush, but after thinking a really long time, I think for the month of January, it's not this blush that I'm using. That was in December. Okay, so the blush that I have been really loving is the Tarte Exposed blush. I mean, so many people have talked about this, and when I first got it, I was not impressed because it's just like a reddish brown color on my skin tone, and I don't typically like this kind of blusher just because I don't like blushes that turn red on me. I just hated it because it just makes me look a few years older in my personal opinion, I just don't like it. But when I use this one, I kind of like the natural flush it gives. Like, it's very natural for like, you know, olive medium skin tones. I find it's really nice, so I really do like this one. And the other one is very comparable when you put on a face, a dew. I just want to give a mention just in case you guys think that, you know, Tarte is so expensive, or you think you want something a cheaper alternative. You can use the H&M Pure Radiance Powder Blusher in deep brown. It looks like this. It looks pretty much the same from the pen, and then but this one is slightly darker. I'm not sure you guys can see it, but yeah, this is definitely darker through the monitor. But in real life they look quite the same. I'm not sure about how they will swatch, but I'll give you guys a swatch anyway. Okay, but the time is not going to show up too much anyway. Probably going to share out the H&M one. Okay. So this is how it looks like, the two blusher. I think on hand they definitely doesn't look the same, but when applied on my face, I do think they look pretty similar. And this one lasts a little bit longer, like I said, because this is kind of marketing towards 12-hour wear time, so it's definitely lingering, you know, around like the 8-hour mark and stuff like that. So I like it because, like I said before, if you guys watched my previous video, which I don't know if you guys watched it, but yes, it, for me, I'm a person that just eats up makeup. My face just eats and absorbs every single makeup, and every makeup just gone. It's just poof, gone, you know, that kind of thing. And then yeah, so I do appreciate that this blush is really long lasting. It's not super lasting where it lasts 12 hours, but it does last longer than other blushes do, which I do appreciate that longevity, you know. I really want that in my blusher. And then I just thought that I just throw in something which I've been really loving this month. Is I'm looking for the item. It's the Hourglass like highlighting powder. I'm not sure. I think it's like the dim light. Okay, I mixed them three together and use it, so it's just a kind of lighter highlight. I don't know why recently, you know, I can never imagine myself using a subtle highlighter. I never thought that day would come, but I don't know why. As soon as I've thought of that thought, and the next day I just don't feel like using the kind of blushes anymore. And then I have been really loving the Ambient Lighting Edit palette. I'm not sure if you guys can still get it, but I'm pretty sure you guys still can get it in some websites or something like that. Yeah, so anyway, these are dim light, iridescent light, iridescent light, and diffused light. So these bottom three colors, I just sewed them together and put it on as my highlight. It's very light and subtle, I know, but it's just very nice, glowy, and it looks like you didn't put on any makeup, which I really do appreciate. So yes, that is something which I do like. Yep, so that is that. And then yeah, I just think that these are my January favorites. And oh, I just think that, okay, so I may have cheated on making my top 5. There's like almost like 6 products, but you know, it's just like I can't choose between the blush and highlight, you know, I have to use them, you know. And the next one is just an honor mention about that, is this sun cream. I think everybody should use sun cream, and if you guys are really looking for a sun cream or like a sunscreen, then because Korea, they read it as sun cream, but in the States they say it as sunscreen or SPF or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so basically everybody's supposed to kind of do a lot on putting sunscreen and all that, because you have to care for your skin, you know, if not it will age from sun damage or whatsoever. But if you guys are really looking for a sunscreen or sun cream that you guys wanted to try, I highly recommend the Innisfree Haute Mild Moisture Sun Cream. So I really like this one. The texture is really soft, and it doesn't really have anything, so it just gives a very slight white cast, but it doesn't really affect my makeup, I think. And it's very light and it's very blendable. Yeah, and it's very fresh and I love it. So I highly recommend this one if you guys are looking for any sun cream. And practically I've been using this one. It's not really like a favorite. I've loved it since December anyway, but I just think that I should give it a shout out for all of you guys And yeah, that is my January favorites, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.